Okay, the other 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm 6.
Hi, I'm Andrea and I'm here to talk to you guys today about abortion. It's a very controversial issue, and I know a lot of people have very strong opinions on it, and I would just like to give my thoughts on it, I guess. As of January 2010, the National Right to Life Committee reports over 52,800,665 abortions from 1973 to present. Just imagine if one of your family members, your brother, your sister, one of your kids, if one of those weren't here because you or your mother chose to have an abortion. I just couldn't imagine my life without them. Abortion is a very controversial issue. However, it is a horrible and cruel thing to do, in my opinion. People may argue for excuses that abortion can be okay, but it is still wrong and immoral. It is wrong to take an innocent life, no matter what the circumstances. It is still a child from the moment of conception. It should be considered murder. Abortion is a very controversial issue, but is still cruel and wrong. In an article on Matt Slick named "Abortion is Wrong," it states, "The main concern of the pro-choicers is not the guarded protection of the life in the womb. Instead, the main concern is the rights of the mother over and against the rights of the child growing in her. The child who cannot exercise its own will is killed, and in order to make the killing more palatable, the baby is called a fetus, or non-viable, or not yet human. This eases the conscience. But for those who say the baby isn't viable, have you ever seen a sonogram of an abortion? When you look at a sonogram, you can see the non-viable fetus retracting from the instruments of death and seeking self-preservation. It wants to live. Some would respond by saying that even a rodent wants to live, but what is in the womb is the mother, is a human. When an abortion occurs, an innocent baby's life is taken who wants to live but has no choice. When someone murders a baby outside the womb, it's a huge deal, and that person is very severely punished. So what would be the difference if baby's inside the womb? It's still a human being, it's still alive. Some people may argue that in some circumstances abortion is okay, but in my opinion it's still taking the life of an innocent child. People may try to argue that rape might be one condition that it would be okay if we have an abortion. Rape is a horrible thing, however, why should an innocent child pay for the wrongdoing of another? People may also try to argue and say that the life of a baby is part of the woman, therefore the woman has the rights to do what she wants with her body. But does that woman have 4 arms and 4 legs and 2 heads? Does the woman have 2 different types of blood and 2 different sets of DNA? That baby is a person of its own and has just as much rights to its life. One more argument people may have is that the life in the womb is not a human because it's not fully developed. This child inside the mother has its own DNA, its own organs, its own heartbeat, and the child is its own human person from the moment of conception, and no one has the right to take that life away. The innocent fetus is still alive and is alive from the moment it is conceived, and getting an abortion should be considered murder. I have a picture here, if you guys can see it. It's just of a little baby fetus that's about 4 weeks old, and as you can see, it's not very big, but it does still have a heartbeat and still has feelings and that sort of thing. Pregnancy.org actually states that by the 4th week of pregnancy, which is when most women find out they're pregnant, the baby already has a neural tube formed and has thought, feeling, and senses. The baby's heart is already beating by this stage as well. Though this baby is tiny and can feel it can feel everything and has its own heart. The baby has a life of its own, even in the womb, and no one has the right to take that away. In conclusion, I just don't believe that abortion is right, no matter what. People may say that it's not a life when it's just a few weeks old, but it still has a heartbeat, it still has everything that a full-grown human would have, and I don't believe that people should take that away. I hope you guys can all take something from this, and that's it.
Go on. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.